I saw a good window of opportunity in December to put some manure on a field, and about 2 or 3 days later we got a huge rainstorm, and the low puddles in that field filled up, and some of that went into the ditch. And I was contacted about that. We went out there and bermed it off, and everything was fine after that. So yeah, it happened.
How did you feel? I think, was it a $6,000 fine or something?
Yeah, that's in dispute. Yeah, I haven't got it yet.
Manure in the past has always been kind of our, let's not go there. As generations have moved away from the farm, people don't realize there is a dirty side to everything. 99% of the farmers, the systems are all alike, where we have winter storage for manure called lagoons. And then when the spring comes, we pipe it to the fields and apply it to the ground. Back when we had the mentality we got to produce milk, we considered manure waste. So it was just, all right, how can we get rid of it the quickest, the easiest? But that's all changed now. Now it's more realized as nutrients, as an asset to the farm. I mean, we're replacing fertilizer with manure.
We think of, urine and feces and wash water and all this is a waste product. But on these facilities, it's not a waste product. It's actually a very beneficial fertilizer, a soil amendment, so many other things. It is a nutrient stream. You go back 50 years and things they thought were okay now, we know are not okay. Allowing things right in the stream, they had the old solution to pollution is dilution.
50 years ago, the easy way was just to get rid of it. I never wasted cow manure because that's what got me where I am, is I used it. Now, not worried about one load out there, we're talking about an ocean of it.
Now we require manure to be collected and held from facilities. That means that none of it can run off. It all needs to be collected into a holding lagoon or pond. One of the innovations that did occur along the way was having a structure to hold this manure until it was safe to apply it. So in some ways you can see these as an environmental protection practice, as long as they're lined and they themselves are not leaking and they were built effectively. That storage vessel is great. They look terrible, they smell awful, I get that. But they're actually a really good practice and something that these facilities really have to manage well and utilize effectively for their crops later on. So if someone didn't put it on correctly, they missed the timing of it or ahead of a rainstorm, something that actually moved it off farm, that's when manure becomes more of a liability than a benefit. Actually, that is really nice. You get a nice quality off of there. You screen this pretty fine?
Or we just load it and take it back and go through and blow it where the cows lay in there.
I think our challenge these days with manure is getting away from viewing it as a waste product and viewing it more as a nutrient product. It's one of the challenges with manure is that unlike chemical fertilizer, which you put on and it's readily available for your crop, manure has a lag time. And so you've got to get manure on months ahead of that so that the conversion rate and the grass growth rate kind of match up and you can really hit that as needed. And have you used the ARM sheet, the application risk management worksheet for applying?
No.
Have you worked through that one yet?
No.
No. So that's the, I remember we kind of talked about that a little bit. So that's the worksheet that then captures what we talked about. What are the things I really need to know for risk management? The forecast, soil moisture, water table level. Do you have these barriers or buffers or setbacks on those fields? This is really easy, Ed. I even made you a special
I'm not going to Google nothing.
webpage.
Oh, you got, because I'm not on the internet here or anything else.
So you don't have internet?
No, not here.
Okay. Then that's not going to work. But I can do it on my iPad. We've created a dairy planning web site just for dairy producers in Washington that has everything related to nutrient management and your plan, all the boilerplate stuff. So I don't even know if you know where that plan is. Usually,
well, yeah, it's in one of these drawers here. But
usually folks find it, here we go. Usually folks find it just in time for the inspector to show up.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Every day we're scraping manure. We scrape it into a pit, we pump it to farm power, okay? They run it through their digester, which is like a 21-day process, capturing the methane off that and producing power. When that is finished, it gets separated. The solids fall into a pile, the liquid goes into our lagoon. The liquid I use to fertilize the fields, the grass and the corn fields.
Farming is getting more precise. You just can't spread on any field and call it good. You got to make sure that you're putting on the application rate that they want.
The solid we get back here, and it's pretty much a sterile product, and I can take that product and put it back into my cow stalls, and my cows actually sleep on that. That's their bedding. You know, I knew the two guys. They went to the same school I did, but I didn't really know them personally.
And they were always the smartest kids in class, so. He was a smart guy, but I was like, hey, Kevin, this is real earth right here, you know. I said, we'll help you out if we can, but I don't have really much hope in this, you know.
It was up to us to come and find a way to make this project work, to aggregate manure from more than one farm.
But it's been a win-win for us ever since, you know. We're really happy with it.